Every single episode just gets better and better and better. And this is not an exception. I am going to spoil this time, guys. I feel like this episode warrants diving into spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, go ahead and turn back around, come back after you've seen the episode, and let's talk. But guys, what's going on? My name's Leo Rydell, and I'm here from Geekly Goods, where we talk the latest in movies, TV shows with a sprinkle of anime and gaming. We also do food, reactions, rankings. Come on back to the channel, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about this latest episode of The Boys, because it was a lot. First and foremost, I just want to start off with Stormfront and Homelander. Talk about an evil duo that brings any kind of evil and any kind of maniacal actions around them. I mean, they are just the pinnacle and meaning of destruction. Like, they have started riots. We start the episode off with the guy who kills another man believing he's a soup because he's scared. They're putting fear into the American people. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? But I'm not going to go there. It's crazy how much this parallels what's going on in the United States right now. So, wow, kudos to the creators for actually creating a series that kind of lines up with what's happening politically right now. They are such dictators, Homelander and Stormfront. It's crazy. And for me, as I'm watching this, I'm wondering who's going to stop them. The Seven has to align against them. There's no way that they're going to be able to be stopped at this point because, come on. I mean, they marched in and took Becca's son. They ended up killing Vagabond. I don't know how to say his name, but the boys finally got somebody rare to testify for them. I mean, finally, someone who would actually dare to create all of these people, Homelander especially. And then, unfortunately, what happens in the end of the episode, oh my goodness, I don't even want to spoil that far, but I gotta say, guys, this was such a crazy episode. I cannot believe Stormfront and Homelander and just how much of a beacon of destruction they are together. Like, they will destroy anything in their path, whether it's mentally, physically. They're horrible. They're horrible, but you love to hate them. You love to hate them so much that if you saw one of them die, you would be slightly disappointed just because that would ruin the threat. But let's swap over to the boys now. This is another episode where the boys were mostly split up, but we saw Huey do a heroic act. I mean, like, he broke into the tower and was ready to save his girl. I'm like, look, Starlight is his chick because there is no way he would break in there with a random soup that he didn't know in season 1. Man, oh man, Huey stepped up this episode, came to play, said, Lamplighter, let's go. They broke into the tower, and then to see Lamplighter gone was a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Lamplighter burned himself to death. And I kind of don't like that because I liked the idea of Lamplighter. Like, I was like, all right, awesome. We got a new soup who was very much hinted at and very much talked about, but never really shown. So I was excited to get to see his powers more, but crazy enough, he burns himself alive. And I'm like, all right, this guy's clearly not the Human Torch. He dies when he burns himself alive. So there goes that character. I felt like that was a bit of a waste almost because, like I said, they had hinted at him. They had mentioned him. He seemed like so much more, and then he ended up killing himself. So I thought that was just a slight bit disappointing. Queen Maeve, we need you to join the boys. We need her on the boys. Like, come on, Queen Maeve saved Starlight, and we need her on the boys. Like, she needs to go ahead and swap over because I'm just gonna say something that might be a hot take. Her story is kind of boring to me, but I feel like something else is coming out of that. I don't know, but I don't know. Her story's been kind of boring. I understand that it's a relationship, and between the two of them, things are rocky and falling apart, but whenever it goes to Maeve and her girlfriend, I'm kind of like, eh. So I would love for her to join the boys. That would be a great move for that character, I think, but wow, another just fantastic episode all around. The writing is great to lead us to really think that the boys had a chance and then to just cut us all down at the end of the episode like that. absolutely brilliant. I mean, the pacing is really good. Couple of lulls here and there in this episode. I was kind of like, okay, this episode's a little bit slow. That ending completely changed it for me. As soon as I saw that ending, I was like, okay, this is not a slow episode anymore. I'm just kidding, guys. Take that back. Because the consequence at the end of that episode was just enormous. And I gotta say, really, really good episode. I want to see some more of what's going on with the Deep and A-Train and the church. It sounds to me like the church is trying to use him for something, so I want to see some more of that. But wow, amazing acting this episode, just like every other one. But I mean, Anthony Starr and Carl Urban always steal the show. They do an excellent job in this episode. Homelander and what's going to happen possibly with him, Stormfront, and now his son. Ooh, man, this is not looking good for the boys. The soups are just starting to stack up. If you have 2 Homelanders, you thought 1 was bad enough? Ooh, man, 2 is going to be a lot to tussle with. But you all let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What did you think about this episode? I decided to go spoilers this time because I just couldn't hold back this time. There's so much that went down in this episode that there was no way I could stop myself, guys. So I apologize. Let me know down in the comments, though, what you thought of this episode. Lots to come after the end of that episode. I feel like it was quite a cliffhanger. You could clearly see Billy Butcher has hatred burning in his eyes. So I am very excited for the season finale, guys. Let me know your thoughts, predictions down in the comments. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.